hope you all are doing fine and are taking care of yourselves. My name is Kanika Tandon and I'm here with a video of class 6 English grammar. Today we are going to do our last chapter, which is chapter number 31, that is figures of speech in the context. Starting our today's video with chapter number 31, figures of speech in context. So when we read about figure of speech, let me tell you what it actually is. So figure of speech is a phrase or a group of words that does not mean whatever that is written, whatever the meaning is of the words. Alright, they actually tells us something else. For example, we use a phrase that is, it is raining cats and dogs outside. So it is not, as it is written in the first paragraph, it is not actually cats and dogs raining. Is it possible that cats and dogs can be raining from the sky? All right, so these group of words actually tells us something else. They do not mean actually what they mean. All right, for example, if someone says it's raining cats and dogs outside, are cats and dogs really falling up from the sky? Most people know that it is a figure of speech. It describes the weather in a non-literal way. Still, the meaning of the figure of speech by itself is not always clear. Is it pouring rain, just a little drizzle, or completely clear and dry with no rain at all? So here it is raining cats and dogs outside. So they actually don't mean it, but they also don't give us the actual meaning also. All right. However, if someone says it is raining cats and dogs outside and I forgot my umbrella this morning, I'm going to get drenched, then meaning of the phrase might be a little more clear. When someone uses a figure of speech, the context can make it easier to understand. So in this chapter you will learn that how we use this interpreted figures of speech. Now, types of figure of speech, there are four. First is simile, another one is metaphor, third is personification, and fourth one is hyperbola. So first we are going to study about simile. So in a simile, we compare between two objects of different kinds which have at least one point in common. All right, so we can make a comparison between two different things. First is, the world is like a stage. He was as busy as B. So if I'm talking about myself, like I'm as busy as B, have I become a B or has the B become me? No. But the one thing that is common between us is that we both are busy. That's why we use simile here. Next is metaphor. Metaphor is used to make a comparison between two things that are not alike but do have something in common. Unlike a simile, where two things are compared directly using like or as, a metaphor's comparison is more indirect by stating something is something else. Like the camel is the ship of the desert. Life is a dream. Here, in metaphor, the comparison is made between two things that are not alike but have many things in common. Alright. Next is personification. In personification, non-living things, plants, animals, and abstract ideas are given human characteristics. Alright, non-living things, plants, and animals, and abstract ideas are given human characteristics, like time and tides waits for no man. The ocean waves ran across the breach. Next is the hyperbola. In hyperbola, a statement is made emphatic by overstatements, like I have told you 1,000,000 times to stop saying that he is older than the hills. Here, the comparison that is made is actually made in a very emphatic manner. Alright, now coming on to the next page. Figures of speech in context. Read the following two statements. The lamp was very bright. The lamp was as bright as the sun on a beautiful day. So which one sounds better? Both sentences give the reader the great general idea the lamp is very bright, which is very obvious. Both of the sentences are telling us that lamp is bright, but the first one has used simile. Alright, the second statement also describes the same, and in a positive way. The lamp was not only bright, it was like sunlight on a beautiful day. How would the sentences impact be different if the word beautiful were replaced by blinding or scorching? Since those are negative words, they would give the reader a less desirable impression than a positive word such as beautiful or pleasant. Alright, so here we have to use some positive words. We don't have to add negativity to the sentence. So simile is one of the several type of figure of speech that can give the reader a better picture of what is going on in a text by appealing of the five senses: sight, touch, smell, hearing, and taste. How do the following similes appeal of the senses? Her new perfume was as sweet as a field of roses. So here we cannot say her perfume was as sweet as a field of anything you can call, but if since they have used roses actually smells really good, so it is giving us a positive impact. The strawberries were as sweet as honey mixed with sugar. This was also positive because honey mixed with sugar actually tastes really good. When he played his guitar, it sounded like the gentle buzz of honey bees. Here it is giving a very negative impact because gentle buzz of honeybees, they are it does not, it is not something that we would want to hear. And if somebody is playing a guitar, it should be actually very melodious, right? It should be like a sound, not a noise. The velvet clock felt like kitten's tail against my skin. So this is also giving us a negative impact because who would want a cat's this tails against the skin? So the first two sentence similes are used to describe how sweet two things are, depending on the context in which the adjective sweet can effectively describe both taste and smell. The third sentence appears to be reader's sense of hearing, while the last sentence targets the reader's sense of touch. So these four sentences also tells us that in the first one we are smelling, second we are tasting, third we are hearing, and last one is we are touching. All right, so in simile we actually describe these five things also. Now, figurative language and poetry. Poetry is an excellent place to start when studying figurative language in literature. Read this stanza from Robert Frost's poem I Remember Guest to the class. So first is my sorrow when she is here with me. Think these dark days of autumn rain are beautiful as the day can be. She loves the bare, the withered tree. She walks the sodden pastured lane. Identify the figure of speech using in the poem. Frost uses personification to give his sorrow human qualities. He refers to his sorrow as female by using the pronoun she, and he described it as a thinking, loving, and walking. With this, the explanation part of the chapter is over. Let us come on to the exercise. Point out the figures of speech used in the following sentences. So first is life is a dream, is a metaphor. Today I am feeling as fresh as a daisy, simile. The angry clouds marched across the sky, personification. The man runs faster than a car, hyperbola. Opportunity knocked at his door, personification. Laughter is the best medicine, metaphor. The world is like a stage, simile. Revenge is kind of wild, justice, metaphor. Your suitcase weighs a ton, hyperbola. And last is the tulip nodded their heads in the breeze, personification. Now next is tick the box with the correct figure of speech. First is Ramesh was walking as slow as a snail, simile. Her eyes are like two deep oceans, metaphor. His garden was a jungle of weeds, metaphor. The ocean sound was music to my ears, metaphor. He slept like a log last night, which is simile. With this, the exercise part of the chapter is also over, and now I guess the syllabus for this year is completed. I hope that you study well and write well in the exams also. I will see you all in my next video with the revision of the chapters. Till then, take care and keep studying. Thank you.